Hello everybody, I'm the Mr. C and this is my OneWheel Crisis. Scorecard. Well, this week's scorecard is rather exciting for me. The average view duration of the Woodleg ride was 7 minutes and 56 seconds. That's a 46% improvement. Woohoo! The average percent viewed was up 28% to 33, and the continuous segment graph is huge this time. Huge! It's nearly half the video. And my 7 subscribers! Now, some of you have told me not to get excited about only 7 subscribers. Wait till you reach and then insert some arbitrary number. But as I've stated previously, 7 is the most subscribers I've ever had. I will remain excited and grateful. Thank you all. What about the rest of yous, huh? Back to the graph for a moment, if I may. As I review the graph, I see a number of spikes. Now, YouTube's help would have us believe that more viewers are watching, rewatching, or sharing a moment or moments of a video. Huh? At first, I thought each of the spikes would correspond to houses as we passed them by. Maybe you were going back and taking a look. But as I looked at each of the spikes, the timestamps don't correspond with any specific event. Now I don't know at all. Any ideas? Leave a comment below. Some of you may remember this from the Browns Island ride. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I'll leave a link below. This is Mayo Island. Big parking lot.
That's interesting. Changing things, isn't it? There you go.
I'm now riding on the 32-foot tall Manchester Floodwall Walk. Though Hurricane Agnes caused floods of 36.5 feet, higher than any other since 1771, completely ravaging over 200 blocks of the downtown districts and demonstrating a real need for better flood planning, a flood wall still wasn't constructed in Richmond until 1994, and this $143 million project was dedicated on October 21st, 1994. Yes, I know this will be a run-on sentence, but I want you to feel this. Although the 3.2-mile-long, 32-foot-tall flood wall necessitated theoretically by the 1972 Hurricane Agnes, is equipped to protect the city from floods with an average reoccurrence interval of 280 years, it is not capable of protecting the city from a flood equal to that of another Hurricane Agnes. you. This building on my left here, despite its condo-ish looks, is a SunTrust building, believe it or not. It was at this point the adult rose up in me and said, "Wait a minute," and I swear to God it used this tone of voice. "You are injured in both legs, you're wearing a brace on your right knee, you are unsteady on your legs anyway, and you're carrying a 30-pound weight distributed unevenly amongst..." And he went on like this for quite a bit. And what was my inner 12-year-old's response? No! There was a fearsome caucus, but in the end we decided to put the camera away. Now what you see across the way are the ruins of the Virginia Electric and Power Company's hydroelectric plant that operated on the island from 1904 to 1967. There's a great drone video of the island and the ruins by a YouTuber called Your 5 Best. I'll leave the link below, so why don't you head on over and take a look. Belle Isle is a 54-acre island in the James River in the city of Richmond, Virginia. Belle Isle was originally known as Broad Rock Island when it was first explored by Captain John Smith in 1607. In the 18th century, the island was occupied by a fishery, which was then converted in 1814 to the Old Dominion Iron and Nail Company. And during the 1860s, the island was inhabited by a village complete with a school, a church, and a general store. Did you hear about the band named 1023 Megabytes? They never had a gig. When does a joke turn into a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. What is brown and sticky? A stick. What's your favorite dad joke? Leave a comment below. On the left, you'll see the granite boulders alongside the island. Granite is formed far underground, and rocks that lie above the granite are heavy and act as compressors. And as the James River carved down into the river valley, the pressure from above was reduced, and the granite underneath expanded into sheet-like rock formed like an onion. The layers look like ridges in the bedrock and can be millimeters to meters thick. As sand in the river grinds the boulders, it carves a shape that is often longer than it is wide. This process is called exfoliation. The upstream ends of the boulders, where the water first crashes into the rock, are often the most rounded. And the shape is caused by a grinding action that results when the water rolls back on itself, creating whitewater. John Duns Scotus was born around 1266 and died in 1308. Scotus was a Scottish Franciscan philosopher and theologian whose works on metaphysics, theology, grammar, and logic were so popular they earned him the honor of a papal accolade. His followers were referred to as Duns. The Renaissance came along, and poor Duns's theories and methods were widely discredited by Protestants and humanist scholars. Duns supporters still clung to his ideas. Subsequently, the word Dunsman, or dunce, which arises from the way in which Duns was pronounced in medieval times, was used in a derogatory fashion to describe those who continued to support his outdated ideas. The word gradually became used in a more general sense to refer to someone considered slow-witted. Interestingly, though, his name is now used disparagingly Dunn's teachings are still held in high regard by the Catholic Church, and he was beatified as recently as 1993. And this is the Robert E. Lee Memorial Bridge, originally built in 1934 and replaced in 1988, which runs over the island. And that's all I gotta say about that. The sort of building on the left is the Ironworks Oil House, and the one on the right is the old church from when there was a village on the island. It's at this time that I ran into a problem. During the time I filmed these, in the editing process, the exodus from the island and my whole B-roll was deleted. I was going to go back and just refilm the footage and adjust the lighting, but between the ice rain and the freezing temperatures, well, I didn't. I did go on and off the island a number of times during the day, and I do have footage of me riding onto the island, and to be honest with you, it's way better footage anyway. So I'll upload that as a separate video. Alternate intro number 1! I wanted to thank you all again for watching my videos, and especially my subscribers. My next video will be uploaded in 2 weeks. It will be either Lewis Ginter or Brian Park. Let me know in the comments below which you'd like to see. Well, that is it for this time. Thanks for spending the time and taking the ride. See you next time. If you'd like to see more of my OneWheel crisis, remember the mantra: like, subscribe, notifications.